Today's plan is to go out to that breaking and finally bring the old Stagger home and the Massey. There's a couple rocks I wanted to pick before the Massey came home though. That field might be just muck still, I'm not sure. But either way, we're going to get the Stagger home today. The Massey starts good when it gets chilly out, and it's still supposed to be not too bad temperatures for a while. But the old Stagger, it doesn't start very good when it cools off. So it's -5-ish right now. So what we're going to do is go to the farm, jump in the service truck, because it's got the portable welder / generator. Head her out there, see if it'll go on its own without being plugged in. And if it'll start on its own, good. If not, I'll plug the block heater in, fire up the Massey, try pick a couple rocks if it's not too muddy, while the Stagger's block heater's warming up or whatever. Take the Massey home and then get the wife to pick me up, take me back, blah blah blah. So let's go get the service truck at the farm. Look at the cats way out here in the road. The little girl's cats. See him there? Come on, focus. Well, whatever. They're there. Oh, she's a little frosty. We'll have to fire him up. Hopefully it starts. Oh yeah, haven't drove this truck for a while. Oh, we'll let that windshield unthaw. I wonder if there's enough oats in the feed box. Give those calves a little trickle. Let's go find out. Well, there's just a trickle left in there. That's not enough. They're gonna need at least 2 of these, I guess, basically. They've been eating it. You can see I've trickled some on the ground here too, and they were picking at it. Put this on the ground for them, and no pick at it. But I gotta get the hay buster hooked onto the Magnum and shred a hay bale along here for them, and then I put the oats on top of the hay and they clean it up better that way. But they got hay in the corral there in the feeders, so they got lots to eat, don't worry. I just want to get them started on grain too though. But I'll have to fill the feed box today. Oh yeah, I plugged in that old white yesterday yet. So let's go see if the breaker tripped. See if the block heaters are still going on that old white. Okay, oh no, there's still power there. Oh, you can hear it, listen. It's probably warm to the touch too. Hang on. Oh yeah, it's hot. So, this old girl would probably fire right up as long as the batteries ain't dead. I'm not going to start it now though. Well, no, I'm not going to start it now, because once I start it, you may as well let it warm up and go use it for a while. And I'm not going to deal with that yet. I want to go get that Stagger home first. I see the sun's out now. I'm hoping the roads ain't wet anymore. I don't want that road grime all over the Stagger and vertical till unit. So get that Stagger and Massey home first, and then we'll deal with that feed box after. Oh, she's unthawing. The nice thing about gas motors, they heat up quick. Well, we'll head her out to this field here where the breaking is. The Stagger's parked and all that. I see the sun's out now, so it was -5 this morning. But now that the sun's out, it's probably warmed up already. I'm hoping that Stagger will fire right up without being plugged in. I don't like doing cold starts on those tractors and stuff, but we'll see how it goes, I guess. I just hope the roads and stuff ain't muck. It looks like they're dried up pretty good from that last snowfall we had. So, yeah, we'll get this one way or another. I want to get this, at least the Stagger home today. there's the old girl. Still blocking the gateway for where I left it last. Okay, so before I get the truck in there and plug in the blockade, let's just try start it right now and see if it goes. I don't know. It's a little chilly. Massey's still parked over there, I see. That's good. It's not parked level to check oils on it, but I'll still check oils and just gauge it from there. Well, here goes nothing. I don't think it's gonna go. This might be... Well, let's try it. Come on, girl. Oh, fuck! Oh, she fired right up. Wow. That kind of surprises me, to be honest. I didn't think it would go. And this field does not look wet at all. We got another skiff of snow out here, I see. I don't know if it snowed at our place. I don't think it did. It's like it just snowed out here and not back at our place, at our farm or whatever. Whatever, I guess. Well, that's good. She's gonna take a while to warm up though. We'll let her run here for a bit. I was just thinking, I still got to get these panels. I want to get these freestanding panels back to the farm too. Let's take a walk out in this field, because I'll have to come in here, turn the peat around, load the panels, and then drive out of here. I don't think it's that wet out here. If the snow is still on the ground, it didn't melt, so maybe that's what a guy should do today. Fire up the peat. I'm pretty sure it'll start because I was just using it to haul grain the other day. Get this thing home. I almost forgot. I don't want to take the Massey home yet. Get this thing home, then come back with the peat and step deck and load these panels on there. Because I won't need these panels out here for probably a handful of years or so. Now this ground is topsy's froze. So I think today's the best day to get that peat out here with the step deck, load these panels and get them home. So, because I think this afternoon, is it today, it gets up to +7 or so? One of these days is like +7. That's the last nice day for the pluses. I kind of hope that sun stays away, to be honest, today. Yeah, I'm gonna get this Stagger home. Yeah, it's the ground feels pretty firm. I mean, when I drive on it with the peat, it might say different, but I'm gonna get this old girl home, come back with the peat and step deck. Okay, we'll leave the truck parked here. Oh shit, that tire was low the other day, wasn't it? Well, it's not flat at least. Well, I didn't notice if it was flat on the way here. It is low though. It'll be all right for now. I got an air compressor on the truck anyway to pump it up. Okay. Just folding her up. Let's get this outfit home. So to get out of this, out of that braking that I just broke up there, we got to take this big friggin' hill. And I just got the vertical till unit on. Frickin' road's a little slippery too. Uh-oh. We're slipping. This might be interesting with the drill next spring. I mean, it won't be slippery, but with all that weight of the drill coming up this, I think I'll come up it, but what goes up must come down. And this other side here is, I don't know, it might be a little tricky. Not right here, but down that other side. It's pretty steep, and then it comes right to the stop sign, right? Well, you'll see. I'll keep the camera rolling here. I'll just have to come down it in the spring in super low gear. So so that the engine will hold it, because I'm in a too high of a gear right now. I couldn't have stopped right there, I don't think, if I had to. So we'll gear right down. You see the yield sign there? It's an intersection right there, a main intersection. And this, I mean, it's cameras don't do justice. It's awfully steeper than it looks going down to that yield sign. And with all the weight to the drill, I'm gonna have to make sure I'm completely empty on the air cart next spring when I come out of here. 'Cause this is, I'm gonna gear right down. Hopefully we won't slide. I mean, if I have to, I'll drop the vertical till unit right on the ground. That'll help slow a guy down, but I'm just worried it's slippery right now and we'll skid right through the intersection. Springtime might be different because it won't be snow covered and it won't be slippery unless it rains. There's not a lot of gravel on this road right here either. Oh yeah, we're safe now. We're in control. Yield sign's right there. It's not a very busy intersection, but you know, there could be that time where you couldn't stop and somebody's coming. You gotta play her safe. Oh yeah, we're good. Okay, I'm gonna take a left here, go to the next intersection, and then go back to the west. Nobody's coming that way. Nobody's coming this way. We're good to go. Hey, check it out! I almost forgot. We get to do a little more vertical tilling. I forgot I got to do along the driveway here, where I hit it with that braking disc to break up that sod right as close as I can get to the driveway. Well, I want to smoothen it out nice and leave a nice finish with the vertical till. So, fucking hey, we get to do a little more vertical tilling before I park it. Alrighty! Let's whip around here, sink this fucker, and level this out real good. Ooh, I gouged her a little too close to the driveway, actually. You see that? Probably hard to tell. Damn. Didn't need to gouge it like that. Ooh, fuck. That ground is getting a little froze. Yeah, it's starting to freeze up the ground. I kind of would like to have more field work to do, but this is home. But I think it's a good thing I don't, because since the ground's starting to freeze up and it's going to be in the negatives here in a few more days, like the highs are negatives, so it won't be very good to be doing field work, I guess. But I got her done anyway. Next spring, next harvest might be a little interesting with this few extra acres I got broke up this year. Hopefully the weather holds out good and get her all off. Hopefully the prices come up, grain prices that is. Man, they're not very good right now. Not even break-even price. Time will tell. But let's get this chopped up right along the edge. You can see the sods. I probably didn't really need to bother, but oh well. I bother with the braking disc, that is. But oh well. Because out in the middle here, that was all stubble. That doesn't need to be vertical tilled or disc or anything, but whatever. I want it to get right closest to the driveway as I can get, so that it's one. Try to make it one pass with that 7-foot mower I got now. Up the driveway, back, done. But I think it'll be more like up and back, and then it'll be completely mowed. But man, she's pulling hard. Holy shit. Well, that looks pretty good, even after one pass with the vertical till. See how nice and chopped up that is right along the edge there? But we'll hit her a couple more times just for fun. This is home! Well, that's it. We're officially done field work for the year. I'm gonna fold her up, fold up the wings, park this thing, then we'll go fire up the peat and hook onto the step deck here, unhook the grain trailer, hook onto the step deck, rip back out to that field and get those panels loaded up. Oh, she's warming up. It's hot sitting in there. Take my jacket off. All right. So now I'm gonna block the cylinders. Put the blocks in there so it can't seep down. Keep the weight off the springs, right? Inside each and every one of these, inside here, there's a spring. You can't see it, it's full of dirt, but for your trip, right? So get those blocks in there, and I'll just shut the Stagger off right where it is for now. And it'll probably sit there all winter now. I don't need it. Or I guess I'll put her in the shop after. Well, that's that. Shut this old girl off. Okay. I got the Stagger in the shop here, so we'll go fire up that peat. Okay. Is the old girl gonna go? If the Stagger started, this thing should. Beauty! I guess we'll unhook the grain wagon. Okay, air hoses and electricals unhooked. Got the pin pulled. Lower the landing gear. Okay. Let's pull ahead just a bit. It's aired up enough. Can't tell, but we're moving ahead here. Well, I gotta take a piss, and then we'll go hook onto the step deck over there. Okay, we're hooked up. Get the airlines hooked up and release the brakes. Get them brakes freed up. Raise the landing gear. All right. Put air in the bags. Okay. Get this landing gear lifted up. I don't remember which way to go. Hold on, I almost forgot. Gotta make sure them jaws are locked. Yeah. Okay. Now, go unplug the old light, plug in the Magnum. By the time we get back with the panels here, the Magnum should start, and then I can mow the grass all around this trailer as the trailer's out of the way, right? And we'll unload the panels, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Okay. Well, let's see if there's any brakes seized up. Okay, we'll just inch your ahead there. You guys watch that side, I'll watch my side. We'll have to turn the truck a little bit. You can see those tires with those racks, bale racks. How's your side? All tires turning or what? Huh? I can't hear ya! We're Right on, my side's good. You said your side's good too? Perfect, let's roll. Hold on, I almost forgot. The Magnum, I unplugged the old white, plugged the Magnum in. And yes, I listened to block heater sizzling on the Magnum, so she should go by the time we get back. It's dinner time. Fuck, should I go home for something to eat? I'm kind of hungry, but man, there's a lot I want to get done today yet. Get these panels home, get the Massey home yet. There's a couple big rocks I want to pick out there before I bring the Massey home. What do I do? Do I go home real quick? What time is it anyway? Yeah, it's 12:30 now. It's just after noon. I'm gonna go home for something. I guess I could take this truck to my house. Yeah, that makes more sense. Why? What the hell am I thinking? I was gonna jump in the half ton, go home for something to eat, and then come back to the farm, jump in the peat here, and then go to that field. But that field's kind of sort of on the way, like my house is kind of sort of on the way there, so it's quite a bit more gravel to drive on when going to my house than to that pasture where the panels are, but it doesn't make a whole lot. Yeah, let's just take the peat to my house. We'll just go a little slower on the gravel like I normally do. It'll still be quicker doing that than jumping in the half ton, going home, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Let's roll up to my place. Let's let the wife know we brought the peat home. Holy shit! Look how fast the air gauges go down! We'll let the old girl run. So low on air, the engine fan kicked in. We'll let her run. I'm not going to take a long lunch break. Have something to eat real quick and then get back at her. I want to get a bunch of work done today. Let's go. 10-minute lunch break. Let's get rolling here. It's warming up pretty good. I can feel the ground getting soft. I hope we can... Man, I hope we can turn around in that field. That snow on that dark dirt like that with the sunlight, that'll melt it and it'll make it awfully slippery. I guess worst case we can fire up the Massey and can't really pull ourselves out though. Well, hopefully we don't get stuck. Well, we made it to this field, but holy frick. Coming up that big hill and then way down the other side. You know what I was showing you in the Stagger there? Going down, then there's the intersection, the yield sign, the intersection right there. Well, when I come up that with this truck, I just barely scratch my way over that. It's a long climb up. Like, I don't think we're gonna be able to turn around in this braking now. The sun's been out, the ground is really slippery now that the sun's been out. It's warmed up, it's after dinner now. Only thing I can think of is throw the panels on the trailer to get some weight, a little bit of weight there. I mean, it's not going to weigh a whole lot, but I think we might have to back up all the way out of here down this half a mile of grass trail. And going up and over that big hill, I don't think I'm going to try that. There is another way around here. You got to go, like, instead of going that way towards the big hill, when we get back to the intersection off this grass trail, you can go west or east. I might have to go back to the east. You got to go east quite a ways and then come loop all the way back around to get back to our farm. But I think that might be the best route, because for me to go up that great big hill where I was showing you going up it with the Stagger and then down the other side to that yield sign, I think that yield sign will skid right through there now. It's almost like it's Blair ice out there. It's clay top, no gravel. So it's slippery as hell. So I don't know if this is going to work. Either that or wait till another cool morning when it freezes again and just leave the peat here or something. But I'm going to load the panels either way. I guess we'll get them loaded, decide from there. Yeah, look at the mud I threw all over the place. Coming up that, scratching my way up that. Fuck's sakes. I should have just waited till it cooled right off so that the ground was froze. The truck was already dirty. I'm not worried about the truck that much. It's the trailer that I didn't want all mudded up. Fuck around. Well, let's walk through here. Is this... Oh, yeah. There's no way I'm turning around in this now. What a difference from when we were here to get the Stagger out of here. What a difference. This is pure mud. I mean, it should be, being wet. But there's lots of sod still, it's okay. But there's no way I'm going to drive in here, turn around, because it's all, you probably can't tell, but it's all sloped this way. So like to drive in here in the gate, that's the only gate in here, to drive in here and turn around somewhere and come out of here uphill with that greasy shit, there's no way. This is gumbo land, it's really greasy, it ain't gonna work. I'm gonna have to leave the peat here and go home in the pickup, or back the whole way out of here a half a mile and try to get out that way and go all the way around. But even all the way around, going the other way instead of going up that great big hill, even going around the other way, there's still a hill I gotta climb, just not quite as bad. You know what I'm gonna do? We'll load the panels up. I'm just walking to the Massey here. We'll load the panels up. Wonder if we could do a 19-point turn at the gateway there, back the trailer in there, and then go out that way. That might work. But like I said, either way, we'll get the panels loaded up and then decide what we're gonna do from there. Shit. This ain't gonna work very good either to load these panels. The Massey's tires are gonna get all mudded right up. Son of a gun. We had some snow up here where we didn't have snow at the farm. I should have known better and took the Stagger home this morning and then come back later when the ground's froze. Would have been a lot easier to deal with. Because this Massey starts fairly good when it's cold. What do I do now? I'm here. Well, let's see what it looks like when I drive the Massey up there. Okay, I got one panel on the trailer, but I got to drive it ahead a bit. It's not quite centered in the gate very good. Yeah, I'll drive the peat ahead a little bit. That'll be a lot better to load. There, that's better. Well, the panels are all loaded up. I made a little bit of a mess right here at the entrance to the field. Not real bad. It's not real deep ruts, but it's bad enough. I didn't really want to do that, but whatever. Hopefully when I seed it in the spring, the drill will level it out good enough and you won't hardly tell. But I think what I'm going to do now is jump in the pickup since it's out here still. Drive down the end of the grass trail to the crossroad there, that shitty crossroad. It's just, there's not a lot of gravel on it. Drive down to the end of the grass trail, and that way is that big friggin' hill we got to go up and then down the other side. I'm going to try to go that way and go way around. See what that way looks like to get the peat back home. I'd rather get it home right now and leave the Massey out here. Let's jump in the pickup, go for a little tour and see what it looks, see what that other route looks like. Before we take the pickup, go look at that different route. If we backed up, came in like this, swoop in like that, and then back into the gateway there, I think there's enough room. Let's just walk through this tall grass. See if there's any hidden big rock. Oh, there's a big rock right here. But he's in the ground far enough, I think. You won't have to worry. Another one there, but he's in the ground far enough. It's right in here that I'm worried about. As long as there's no great big rocks in here. Come in. Oh, look at these deep ruts though. That would fuck me up. Oh, wow. This ain't gonna work. It's either that or I back up all the way out of here. This side's okay too though. I don't think the truck would cross these ruts very good to back in that approach. I'd end up getting stuck with the big truck in that approach or something. Be fucked. I might be better off just to back up a half a mile. It's not straight either. There's a curve over there. This is such a pain. I might have to just... Let's go look at that other route. I almost forgot to grab this black jacket out of the Massey. Been looking everywhere for this frickin' thing. Finally found it in the Massey when I was loading the panels and almost forgot to grab it again. That other gray jacket I was wearing's too hot. It's not that cold yet. Okay, let's go check this other route. I don't think this is gonna work. So that way is the way I took the Stagger and vertical till unit up the big hill and then down right at that yield sign. This is the alternative route this way. You can see from here, probably is the best way to show you. I gotta go up at that incline and around a curve yet. Looks like it's snow covered. So it'll probably be slippier than hell. Let's drive over there now and see what it looks like with the pickup here. Yeah, it's definitely snow covered. There is a little bit more gravel on this road, or on this route, than the other way. You know what? I think this way I'll be fine with the big truck. As long as I keep my momentum. It's not a sharp curve. Yeah, there's some gravel on here and it's really not that bad in the pickup, but and after this there's no hills to worry about. I think I'll be okay. Ooh, a little slippery here though. Come on. The biggest challenge is going to be to get that big thing turned around. I think I'm just going to back up that half mile. I don't want to leave the peat out here. Let's try it. Let's try back up that half mile. I'm a little worried about that step deck. The beaver tail comes down quite low though. If it goes through a dip, there's a couple slight dips through there. Like, let's try it. See, there's a curve here and there's a curve back there too. It's an S curve basically. Might be a little challenging backing out of here, but I think that's the safest route. I know I'll get stuck in the fresh braking there. The front end of that peak to turn it around with that rhubarb in the front, it'll just gouge and leave deep ruts, and it'll just, yeah, I ain't doing that. So let's try back up out of here. See how that goes. Well, here goes nothing. This brings back a memory of running pressure truck. Just a pressure truck though, so it was easy to back up, but I had to go to a lease where a tanker had gotten stuck, I think it was. And I had to offload the tanker, right, because he was stuck and they deemed it unsafe to tow him loaded. So I got the job to go there and unload the tanker, but I had to back in a full mile. And it was a curvy lease road. And it was greasy, wet, clay, no gravel. But like I said, it was just a body job truck, right? It was just like basically like a tandem grain truck is all it was. So it was easy to back up. It's just, it was a little tricky because it was so slimy. But that was interesting, a little bit interesting. And then another time I remember running semi-vac this time. Was I going into a lease or going out? No, I was going out of the lease. I made it in, and I think that we got a bunch of snow, wet snow or something, as we were loading. And I was trying to get out of that, driving out of the lease on the lease road, and I had to go up a fairly good hill on a curve to get out of the lease to go unload, right? But I didn't make it up that hill around the curve. So I tried to back up on a curve, slippery, wet, semi-vac, outfit, a truck trailer outfit just like I'm backing up now. And I didn't make it up around that curve, so I tried to back up on that slippery surface, and holy fuck. Just about filled my shorts with shit. Started sliding sideways, and the truck started sliding towards the ditch, and all. I just feathered the brake till I come to a stop, slammed on the parking brakes, and then called dispatch for a tow job. I couldn't move. If I tried to go any more back, the ass end would just kick over, you know what I mean? And same thing forward. The ass end would just kick in towards the ditch more. I was completely foobarred. So yeah, that was interesting that time. Wait for a tractor. Of course, they towed me up, no problem. But we're about halfway down this straight stretch. You can see the curve coming up there in the mirror. That's one thing running semi-vac. You got good at backing up, I tell you. Because you're always, you did however many loads, 5, 6, 7, 8 loads a day or whatever it was. You had to back up almost every time to offload, right? So, good experience, that semi-vac. I didn't mind that job. And then I guess it's like anything else, it got old and wanted to try something different. So that's when I got out of semi-vacing and bought this truck that I'm driving right now, actually. And went fluid hauling for a couple of years. 2.5 years, actually. Then oil crashed. My business wasn't making any money, and had a good chat with Dad there about the whole farm situation, and decided to go farming full time because Dad's health isn't the best, or wasn't the best at the time. It's even worse now. Anyway, we're almost at that first curve. It's not real sharp, but sharp enough with a 53-foot step deck, I guess. Okay, we're just coming up to this first curve. See if we can wheel her around here. Man, it's been quite a while since I've backed up this far. Okay, start cutting that trailer around. I gotta chase the front of the truck this way a bit, cut that trailer, back of that trailer around that way a bit more. But the front of the truck's gonna hit these trees if I cut it too hard. And I gotta keep my speed up because it's a little slippery. I might spin out now that I'm stopped. I shouldn't have stopped. Okay, we made it around the first curve. Now we're gonna tackle the second here, and it's on my side. It curves my way. And it's up, I'm backing uphill a little bit here, so this might be interesting. I think we might have her. Yeah, I think we might have her. Now the next, oh, cut her. Oh. Okay, now a straight stretch and then the intersection. Good thing it's a not a well-traveled intersection at all. Okay, so I got to back up this way, cut her around this way, and then out that way. I think we'll be okay. We'll chance it. All right. There's no big rocks or no big holes or nothing to worry about here. It's a little low spot, but nothing to worry about. All right. Here goes nothing. And just so you know, this intersection where I'm at it's not a well-traveled intersection. Like hardly anybody comes down here. Let's get our speed up. We're already slipping. Uh-oh. There we go. Now we got traction. As long as I make this curve, I think we'll be okay. Oh, I think we got her. Oh, I shouldn't say that yet. Yeah, I think we're home free. Beauty. Beauty. There's no more hills to worry about. Well, there is, but not on this shitty road. This is just a fucking trail. The only people that come down here are the landowners that own the land down this road. Made it to the farm. Well, let's go see if the Magnum starts. Don't think I need sunglasses anymore. Oh, hey, calves. What's going on? Little girlies. Yeah, they're starting to figure out that there's oats on the... Unplug this thing first. Actually, we'll plug the old white back in right now. There still might be time to load that feed box tonight yet. As long as this thing will start. If I got to fight with boosting it and charging batteries and dicking around like that, well then it probably won't start. Or I probably won't get it running today, but there. And if there's time, we'll fire that up later tonight. Fill that feed box with some oats too. But where in the hell am I going? Gotta start the Magnum. We'll get those panels unloaded. Then the wife should be here and run me back up to that braking there and bring the service truck back home. And then I'll have to get the Massey. When am I gonna get the Massey? There was a couple big rocks I wanted to pick first. We'll see. Let's see if this thing starts. Oh, hell yeah. Perfect. Right on. Okay. I'm just going to set these panels just inside the stubble here for the time being. Just to get them offloaded. I'd like to wash that step deck, but it's just mud. It's not like it's salt. Let's see. Yeah, maybe I'll just unhook it after this. I told the wife she can come pick me up whenever she's got time. Run me back out to the service truck, bring it home. Okay, all the panels are unloaded. Let's go mow that spot where the step deck was parked and where the auger was parked right beside the step deck. We'll mow that little bit of grass. Yeah, this spot right here where the step deck was parked and the auger was parked right in here. We'll mow this little spot, and that's good enough. Good enough. That's all the mowing I needed to do. Just was that one little spot there. Now I'll go unhook the step deck. Yeah, unhook the step deck. Unhook this mower right here, I guess. It can stay right here against this old parts Frigstad cultivator. And then I won't hook up to the hay buster yet, but probably right away, because I want to do a little bit of loader work with this thing first, like set those panels up along those bales where the heifers kept breaking into. Set those panels up maybe tomorrow or the next day, or one of these days anyway. But we'll unhook the mower. Okay. Hydraulic hoses first, I guess. PTO. Hang on. Perfect. Mower can stay right there all winter. Well, looks a little better. Still lots of junk around there, but that'll look a little neater with the step deck parked on short grass and the auger. The auger's still in the bin there, but I'll move it back over there. Okay, well that job's done. Makes me happy. And I just realized I forgot to mow this stuff right here by the corrals. Oh well. It's never been mowed before, ever, so. Let's go park the step deck, I guess. Man, I wanted to wash it, but yeah, let's go unhook it. It's just dirt. It's not like it's salt, road grime salt eating away at it, so we'll go, well, the wife's not here yet. We'll go unhook the step deck, park the Pete back in front of the grain wagon, and then, oh, there she is now. Perfect. So we'll go park this thing. That worked out about right. Yeah, the first thing the wife says to me when I walk in the house at lunchtime there after blowing the horn for a couple seconds there, "You're an idiot." How's that? Same spot where it was parked before? Yeah, it looks like it. It's hard to tell now if the grass is mowed. Yeah, that's good enough. Leave a little spot in here so I can get access, whatever the fuck, in case I need some junk back here. Okay, let's unhook it. Every time. Never remember which way this goes. Landing gear is down. Pin is pulled. Airlines, electrical's unhooked. Let's pull ahead. All right. I'm not going to hook back up to the grain wagon yet, but I'm just going to back up in front of it. Well, that's it. Well, that's it with the Pete anyways. What's it going here? The wife's waiting. Gee. And we're back at the farm. Let's see if this old white's going to start. If it won't start, I'm just going to use the Magnum on the grain vac for tonight. Try to get that feed box loaded before dark. Oh, excuse me, dark here. Let's see if there's any power here. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, well that settles that then. I'm not fucking around with this now. We'll just go start the Magnum. It was just running. I'll unplug the block heaters. Batteries are completely dead. I mean, it doesn't get used, but there's no reason the batteries should be completely drained either. That's kind of odd. Anyway. Okay, PTO is hooked up. I'm not going to hook up to the grain vac, just the PTO. Swing out the spout. Let's go get the feed box truck. Now, is this thing going to start?
Full sleep. And sleep country.
Oh, hell yeah. Perfect. You lined up? Oh yeah. Okay, let's kick that PTO in and load that feed box. Right. Let's get some oats on that thing. Feed box truck's parked back over there. I just gave the calves some grain. Walk back, get the Magnum, park the Magnum back over by the barn where I can plug it in. Oh. Good enough for today.